Well, hello once again. Anne here from annenoonan.com.au. I love, as people have probably guessed by now, I love yoga, stretch, a little bit of stretch therapy, water yoga for the 50 plus. Now, I truly believe for the 40 plus, 50 plus, 60 plus and beyond body, you can be very flexible. You can find your flexibility again. You can get that stretch and that agility, the strength and balance. You absolutely can find that again. And what I'd love to share with you today is a very short on the floor stretch routine. Now you'll notice probably with my cords and such, I don't have a yoga mat down at the moment. That's okay. You can put a yoga mat down if you wish. I'm on reasonably cool carpet, sort of spongy, and I'm okay with no yoga mat at the moment. If you were on concrete or tiles or maybe even timber, I'd suggest pop a yoga mat down. But if you're on your carpet on the floor, don't feel you've got to race out and buy one if you feel comfortable here. So let's start cross-legged. So let's take you through a very short stretch routine. This is one I love. Again, this is one that can be done first thing in the morning when you wake up out of bed, or at night, or any time when you're feeling the stress and strain of day-to-day work. Maybe you're someone who sits at a computer a lot and you just know you need to stretch it all out. So that's what I'm going to show you today. It's going to be a really nice one, and trust me, you're going to feel fantastic when you get up. But it's all from down here on the floor. This is purely a floor stretch that should be quite invigorating. So come on, join me. Pop yourself down, pop the phone or the computer or however you're watching this somewhere where you can see. Bring yourself to a nice seated, cross-legged position. The first thing we're going to do is gently come into a twist. We always wake the spine up first. Whenever you do any kind of stretching like this, people will ask, do I need to warm up? What do I need to do first? Look, you could warm up a little first. You might like to go for a walk. You might like to dance to your favorite couple of tunes to slowly warm the body up. But if you haven't had a chance to do that and you've slid straight out of the mattress straight to the floor, this is what you can do. But with stretch, yoga, twists and moves, always careful, always mindful, gentle, and take it a bit easy. Do what your body can do. Every yoga teacher will say, listen to your body. Listen to only what your body can do. Now, some mornings you might wake up a little, sore or a little stiffer and sorer than other mornings. And sometimes first thing in the morning we can think, this body of mine is not responding, I can't do anything. Be patient with it. So, enough said. Let's bring the shoulders down, loosen the neck, let's keep the earlobes away from the shoulders and off to one side. Bring your left ear down to your left shoulder. Bring the right over to the right. Center. Let's just come to center for a minute. Take a deep inhale, come down into the belly, and then exhale it all out. Center. Bring your mind into the third eye, down into the heart. Deep inhale, bring the arms out next to you, and let's come around off to the right. Gently off to the right, bring the right arm behind you, grab some carpet or some floor or the yoga mat behind you, left hand to the right knee. Now leading with your spine and shoulder, you're gently going to come around to a twist. Hanging on here, a little bit of leverage here, simply assists the body around. Look to the far right. Breathing. Feel the breath coming up through the tightness of your lungs on the right side. Beautiful movement. Come back once again, bringing the arms off with you. Come all the way around to the side. Left hand down behind, right hand to the knee. Steer the body around. Simply steer and look over your left shoulder. Beautiful twist. Come back to the front. Right hand to the right knee, left arm comes right up close, reaching, bringing your ribs, your shoulder blade, your armpit, the collarbone, reaching up. Come over towards the right. Feel that beautiful stretch. Come over to the right. Come back up to center. Inhale, come on down. Right arm comes up next to you, reach up. Bring everything with you. All this whole side comes up with you and over to the left. Reach over to the left. Let's wake this beautiful spine up first and come on down. The reason we always work with the spine before we do anything else is simply, in simple words, is to make the spine, your whole center of your being, aware that there's going to be some movement. The muscles and the nerve endings all warm up and wake up as we move the spine, and makes everything else flow and so much easier. With your legs still crossed, you're now going to pop your hands in front and gently walk forward. Now here might be as far as you feel that you can go this morning when you're doing these stretches. When the body hasn't completely woken up, we're waking it up little bit by little bit, it does take a while. Some mornings I can't go much further than this. But if the body's a little warmer, carefully, we're going to walk a little further, and what you're aiming to do, what you're intending to do, is slowly bring your elbows down to the floor. Bring the head down and feel this magnificent stretching and release out through the spine. You may think, oh my heavens, there's just no way in the world I'm going to get my elbows down. That's okay. In time, you will. Just be careful. If you feel that you can flow right over and reach the arms out, that's fabulous. Be aware, shuffle a little bit. Be aware of what's happening in your glutes and what's happening around the knees. And then slide on up. Let's take this right leg now and reach it forward. Simply straight ahead. Bring the left foot, I'm careful with my cords here, bring the left foot into the right thigh. Hands on each side, bring the body in line with this right leg, and very carefully, gently walk each hand down the spine. Not down the spine, down the leg. Spine's back there. Walk down this right leg carefully, walking carefully, each side of the leg. Now, if it's available to you, take this left hand, bring it to the outside of the shin or ankle or the foot. If you can grab hold of the outside of the foot, feel this magnificent twist. This is just a beautiful move. Right hand comes right around behind and reaching almost to the thigh, the bend of the thigh on the other side. Have the intention now of sending your nose to your kneecap, right over. Breathe here, just feel this stretch. When you come up out of this, bring the hand, slide it up the outside of the leg until it's up here at the thigh. Grabbing hold of the thigh, gently bring your shoulders around. You're going to have the intention now of bringing this shoulder down to the knee. So with this arm still twisted around you, you're turning and bringing the left shoulder down towards the right knee. Breathe here. Soften. Bring the body back up, nice and careful, slow. Now when I say breathe, when the body isn't doing anything it's quite familiar with, maybe it's trying a new move, our nervous system automatically wants us to go into survival mode, and it stops the body from breathing. It just stops the breathing mechanism. Be aware of that. Simply be aware of that, because you'll find yourself trying something new and it's we just seize up. Keep breathing. Don't forget. Come around the other way. Let's bring the right hand to the outside of this thigh, left arm around, bring the sternum up, steer, and come on around the other way. Bring your eye line over to this left shoulder. And breathe here as well. Feel the ribs and the lungs squishing up against each other. It's all good. Come back around to the front. Going okay? How are you going? Going good? Let's bring this leg up, forward and down. Shuffle the hips. Make sure you're settled nicely into the mat or the carpet, whatever you're sitting on. Reach up, forward. Come over as far forward as you feel you can come. Now again, if this is an early morning stretch, maybe here, maybe here, maybe to the shins, maybe a little further, maybe just to the toes. And just let the body wriggle and sink into this stretch. You're doing okay. Okay. This is a very big move. This is all your hamstrings stretching here. You'll definitely feel it. Please don't bounce or push this. Don't try and compete against yourself. I've done that before, and I thought I wanted to show off and come all the way down as far forward as I could. Pulled hamstrings are not comfortable. You don't want to do that. Just let your body go the way it wants to and just come down as far as you feel comfortable. Gently come on up. We don't want pulled hamstrings. Right leg comes into the left leg now. It's very important to work the lower body, the waist, shoulders, but these are big muscles particularly. That's why sometimes first thing in the morning, this is a particularly good stretch because it stretches all of this lower half, hips and legs, quads and thighs, and all these muscles that start working really hard at the beginning of the day. So I find it's really important. Send the body in line with the leg. Both hands walk down each side of the leg as far as forward as you feel you can go. Then we're going to bring this right hand to the outside of the shin or ankle or the foot. Come on over. Send the nose towards the kneecap. And as you come over, bring this left arm around the waist to the upper part of this thigh here. And you're in a twisty stretch. This is just a beautiful stretch. If you can come over and hold it for a few breaths, sink over here. Then as you come up and out, carefully slide this hand up the side of the leg. Carefully make your way up until the hand is here at the thigh. And then when it is, come on up into a straight pose. Turn the shoulders. Turn this right shoulder towards the right knee. And as you're turning, you're coming over, bringing that right shoulder down and over. Little bit of a twist. Come on up. Come on up, release the arms around, come all the way around. Left hand now to the outer part of this thigh. Right hand comes around onto some mat behind you and turn. Simply turn and look over to the far right shoulder. Come back to the front, carefully, not too fast. Once again, let's lift this leg forward. Now we've been doing a lot of twist and a lot of coming forward. Now we're going to bring the arms behind, shoulders back, sternum forward, and reach up and back the other way. Big inhale and exhale, and bring your spine and your back up the other way. A little bit of leverage here with the hands on the floor next to you, and push forward, reaching over. Let's bring the legs out nice and wide. So bring them out nice and wide. Shuffle a little bit. Make sure your sit bones here are on the floor or on your mat. Move everything out of the way, and it's okay to have a little bit of a wriggle here to make sure that you're comfortable. The legs don't have to be so far out that you're pulling muscles really badly. We're going to be coming forward soon, so you'll be aware of your muscles. So, going okay? You're in position. Let's walk the hands very carefully forward. Now, again, I keep repeating. I know I keep repeating, but you might only come to here, which is all good. Have the intention to maybe bring the body down to the elbows. If you can do this, all good. Don't force it. Remember, I keep saying don't force it. Come forward. Breathe. Bring hands to each ankle if this is okay with you, if you're flexible enough to come this far. Bring the arms forward to have a little tug on your ankles, and it brings the body over that little bit further. Breathe. Feel those hamstrings. Slowly push on up. Slide the body back up. How are you going? Let's cross the legs in. One leg in, other leg in. Come up to seated. How are you feeling? Did you go okay? That is just enough of a little stretch routine to run you through in the morning. Don't forget, head along to my site, annenoonan.com.au. I'll have a few more little videos loading. Check out my ebook. You might really like that one. It's a chair yoga workout. And I'll see you again. Check out my classes. Be nice to make contact.